Hey everybody, it's Sarah. I did this video like half an hour ago, and then I realized that I hold my phone the wrong way because I keep wanting to hold my phone vertically instead of horizontally because it's more comfortable and ergodynamic, and it makes the video come in sideways when you upload it. So I have to figure out a way to hold this crap. Anyway, sorry for my hand. Okay. So I am 3.5 months post-op now. I need to collect my brain. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can also condense this a little bit. Basically the last 3 months is what I recap, so I'm going to do that. So 3 months, I've lost 50 pounds, approximately 50 to 55. I went from 353 before surgery, like right before, to 340 the day after, and then now I am my lowest is 298, but I'm 299 today. So that's my weight loss, 50 pounds-ish in 3.5 months, and that's awesome. I'm excited about that. I went from 32 pants to, well, let me put it this way. A very lovely woman from my support group for people who were enslaved in June of 2012. She sent me like a huge box, like I didn't know it was going to be that big, of clothes, and this 3X shirts and 28 size 28 pants, and oh my goodness, there's so much. And the pants are like, they fit, but they're loose a little bit, way less loose than the 30s, but still, yeah. So I'll be 26 soon. I guess that's exciting to lose that kind of size. Like, you can feel it and see it with your, your clothes. So yeah, obviously I went from a 4X shirt to a 3X, which sometimes, depending on like the shirt itself, that is too big a little bit. Loose. Like all my shirts except for these, because they have buttons, but they show my bra strap all the time. It's kind of cool, but kind of really annoying. About a month ago, I started noticing my hair falling out everywhere, constantly. There's not a shirt that I can wear during a day that doesn't end up having like a hairball on it. As soon as that started happening, my shower got clogged and everything is just falling out. I've always had a receding hairline, so what you see is not just the result of hair loss from surgery. I also have polycystic ovarian syndrome that I have a receding hairline from for a very long time, but it's definitely worse. Definitely was not that bad. It doesn't seem less thick, but it is, especially like here. So yeah, that I had 2 health problem scares. The first one was when I had like severe nausea and vomiting, like horrible. They couldn't even find anything in all the labs or anything other than a minor urinary tract infection, and I'm assuming it's what it was from, even though they said it's not like unheard of, but it's very uncommon to have that kind of like those symptoms with the insane vomiting and like dizziness, just horrible. But yeah, so they gave me a week of antibiotics and Zofran, and I'm fine now, so I guess that's what it was. I don't know. But then last week I had like this redness and swelling. There was warmth in my left leg, and I thought it was a blood clot. I was freaking out, and at first I didn't go to the doctor because it sort of got better on its own, but then it just stayed at like one, like whatever, when it felt like it was getting better, it still wasn't all the way better, and it just stayed that way for a few days. I was like, I gotta go to the doctor. I'm gonna check this out. So they did a venous Doppler ultrasound on my leg, and they couldn't find any clot or anything like that, so they just sent me home to watch it. They felt like it could have just been an injury, and they were talking about how like when you have like your body doesn't have an actual direct way of pushing blood back up, like when the blood flow goes like through your veins down. It doesn't have an actual way to come back up. It's just the way, like, the pressures of your veins and stuff push it back up. And if you have, like, for any reason, like, sitting long periods of time, like I do for my work, that could diminish that flow a little bit. So if you get an injury, and I guess it's worse with people with diabetes. I don't have diabetes, but I know that it's worse, and a lot of times that's what ends up happening. Like, they get an injury or whatever, and then they end up having, like, to have their leg removed or toes or just whatever. So it's sort of like an effect like that. Like, it could have gotten injured or, like, bruised or just bumped it, and it just got all weird. I don't know. It's not completely better. The redness and swelling is gone, but I have, like, this little tiny spot near my ankle. It's not on my ankle, it's near, and it's like weird, but it's not even, it's like a little bit swollen. It's not hurting, it's not red. I don't know, it's weird. So I'm just keeping an eye on it per their instruction. They didn't, like, prescribe me anything, so whatever. That's all I have to say about that. The other thing I was talking about was the fact that I can't find a protein that I like. Like, they're all freaking disgusting to me. I had some pre-op that I liked. There never has been one that was like, oh, I want to drink this all the time because it's great. There never was any that were like that, but post-op, it's just, none of them are even, like, you know, I can't keep them down. They're nasty. They're just gross. I went to GNC, and the guy seemed pretty knowledgeable, and he's like telling me, you know, this protein or that protein is good for people with weight loss surgery and this and that, and they were having a sale on this one kind. So I got a cookies and cream and a chocolate, and it was just nasty. I brought the chocolate with me, but not the cookies and cream, because I moved to Georgia, sort of half. It started out as a vacation, and then now it's not. But anyway, so, I mean, I haven't even been drinking it that often because it's just so gross, and I haven't had the money to purchase ones that I actually want to. I want to try the Premier protein, but unless you have a membership to Costco or Sam's Club, then you can only order it on the internet, which it costs a lot to ship it because they're ready to drink. It's not a powder. And so many people tell me they taste so good, and I mean, at least tolerable, I should say. Like, so much better than most of the other ones. So I really want to try those, but it's just not in my finances right now. Eventually, maybe, I hope to be able to try that. But another acquaintance from the support group that I'm in, she sent me some samples of different brands of protein that I haven't tried. There was some in there that I had tried, but different flavors of. But one of the flavors I hadn't tried, or brands I should say, is Click. And I've always wanted to try it because I love coffee. Like, even just coffee flavored stuff. I love it. And I've been wanting to try it for a while. And she sent me a bunch of those, and it was a surprise of what was in there because I didn't know. And she's just awesome. Like, there's 2 packets of the mocha latte and 1 vanilla, or something like that. Because one of them is like a plus energy, and the other 2 are not. So I tried one today, warm. I just put it in a shaker cup with cold water from the refrigerator filter. I put about 12 ounces, and then I shook it up with the powder in my shaker cup, and then I put it into a microwave safe cup that a minute, something like that, to make it warm, and it was good. It tasted like one of those powders, like flavor coffee powder stuff that's like fake coffee, but it tastes good. And it tastes just like that, like almost just like that. So it's really good. And I spilled it everywhere, so I only ever had to have like 1 drink of it. And so I'm going to make another one and enjoy that, hopefully without spilling it. So that's, yeah, hopefully I can at least handle these, finding different recipes. One thing I don't find myself motivated to do is make recipes with protein on a regular basis. I want to find something that is either ready to drink, I can afford regularly, or like a powder that is good just shaking it up and drinking it with like some ice or something in it, because, I mean, once in a while, healthy foods when you've spent your whole life eating like crap. I mean, I'm not doing horrible with that, but it's a learning process for sure. Like, I want to do like a day in my sleeve, you know, like regularly. I don't know if I'll get around to ever doing that, but I really want to try, where I can just show you like what I personally eat. There's a lot of salads, that the pre-made salads from Walmart. I like those. I try not to eat like the croutons and stuff in them, but they come with cheese and chicken, which is really good, and the lettuce obviously is good. And I don't know about the dressings. Sometimes I don't eat their dressing. I put like a nice vinaigrette or something a little more healthier. But yeah, I really like those because they have two sizes. The cheaper one is $2.98, and that usually lasts me like 2 to 3 meals depending on my restriction that day. It seems to fluctuate a little bit. But yeah, so those are really good. I buy a lot of those, or sometimes I'll have like lunch meat roll-ups, like chicken or turkey with like Munster, Swiss, or mozzarella slices. Do you get mozzarella slices? Maybe I'm just being a dork. Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, and for dinner I like to make a lot of the cupcake things that are featured on Eggface's blogspot. I'm going to put on the underbar the links to both Click brand and Eggface. Her stuff is so good. Like, she's really great at, she just, I think, was recently on, was it her that was recently on Ricky Lake? Or was that someone else? I don't know. I think it was her, but maybe not. Anyway, so she's like big. Like, she's really good at what she does. She had bypass, but she does so many great recipes for weight loss. Like, in general, it doesn't matter what kind of surgery. If you had a restrictive surgery, then you will definitely benefit. If you don't already know about it, The World According to Eggface.blogspot.com. It'll be down there. But yeah, one of the things that I find myself using all the time is her cupcake recipes. They're not cupcakes what you're thinking of, dessert cupcakes. It's like, basically you just use either like an egg roll or a wonton wrapper. I use wonton wrappers. I like the texture and the way that it crisps better in the oven. You get a muffin pan, spray it with spray butter, and line the cupcake slots with wrappers, and then you put whatever you want in there. You can put chicken, you can put hamburger, you can put like lasagna ingredients like the ricotta cheese and sauce and cheese. One of the ones that I did that I think it was inspired by her, but I don't know if it's exactly her recipe, but I just put the 97% lean ground beef in a pan, and I cooked that up with one wedge of either blue cheese or Swiss cheese, Laughing Cow, I don't remember. But you cook the meat until it's just about done, but not all the way. And then you put the cheese in there, that Laughing Cow wedge, and you melt that down. You might want to cut it up a little bit to help it along. And just make sure you like stir it and mush it into the meat. And then, right as you're turning the heat off of your meat, I put ketchup and mustard to taste, and I just swirl it around, and you scoop those into the cups, and then you could put any kind, if you want to put American cheese or Swiss cheese or any kind of cheese on top, and you bake it in the oven. I put mine, I think I put it on 350 for 10 minutes, and it's perfect every time, no matter what. I put just canned chicken and black beans with Swiss cheese on top. That's delicious for a really fast, easy lunch, and I eat like one of those and I'm full.